Hello and welcome to another episode of Big Apple Baseball Banter here with Elias and Ben. We got quite a show for you guys today. Talking Robinson Cano, taking PEDs and more. Coming up next here on Big Apple Baseball Banter. Let's get it. All right, welcome back to another episode of Big Apple Baseball Banter here with Elias and
Ben.
We got quite the show for you guys today. All sorts of goodies. So we got the big news, which seems like bad news on the surface, but I actually think it's the best news I've heard since Steve Cohen's been hired. We're going to get into that. Some rumors, a lot of big MLB news, a lot of big front office moves. Theo Epstine, Kim Ng. We got the MVP awards to recap. 585-622. What's the rest of the numbers on the screen? I need to know this by now.
There we go.
Please call in. Leave your voicemail. We got the voicemail segment at the end. And Yankee kid or Machado kid Jacob Carpenter had something to say to us about how we talked shit about him last episode. So we're gonna let Jacob Carpenter get it again. But anyways, we're gonna start with some big time Mets news. Sort of, not really Yankee news. No, not at all. Or it's being hyped up as Yankee news, but obviously he was a longtime Yankee. Robinson Cano has been suspended for 162 games the entire season for performance-enhancing drugs. So I saw this on, someone reposted the Jeff Passan tweet on Instagram. I was like, I don't know how legit this is. It might just be like a Photoshop thing. And because I checked I looked up Robinson Cano, nothing popped up. I gave it another few minutes. Then the report started coming in. So I threw up a quick reaction video. If you saw that, you know my thoughts. Best news since Steve Cohen bought the team, in my opinion. I can't stand Robinson Cano, and here's why. It's not because he's a bad player, which he had a great year last year. It's kind of easy
I wonder why.
I wonder why, but he doesn't fit. It's a super young team and super young team, and he's not what we need. We have a lot of versatility. He has none. We need more right-handed bats. He doesn't have that. We need better defense. He doesn't have that. So unless he's, juicing like he did last year, he's pretty much useless. And even in my in our mock off seasons, I said do anything to get rid of him. Like he's not.
Now's your chance. You don't have to pay him
exactly.
anymore.
That's the big thing too. That we get a free $25 million.
Shocked by.
Yeah. So I'm really hyped about that. Now, this is what I'm pissed off about here. I'm not necessarily pissed off this. I just don't understand. So everything I'm seeing in the media, a lot of non-Met fans, even a lot of Mets fans are saying, oh, Robinson Cano, okay, huge hole at second base. Go get DJ LeMahieu. I'm like, okay, DJ LeMahieu, great player. Really cool to get him, especially to take him away from the Yankees. But we have a second baseman already. His name's Jeff McNeil. Now, if you guys don't know, it's kind of weird because when we traded for a second baseman, we actually made a bigger hole at second base because you can't get rid of this guy. So Jeff McNeil is going to be our second baseman. At least he should be. Now, that makes your infield defense a lot better. Jeff McNeil's a really good defensive second baseman.
Very good defensive second baseman.
Because he doesn't play second base because Robinson Cano's crowding there, and because he can play so many positions. Some guys can only play second base. You're going to play them there and then play Jeff McNeil at third, left, or right. So what I'm thinking is that this doesn't necessarily make a hole because you can actually use the team you have now. It would be besides catcher, your position players would actually be solid going in. You just have probably move Rosario to outfield or keep McNeil in the outfield, Rosario to shorts or second base, something like that. What I'm thinking is now this gives you an opportunity to sign a real center fielder. And I have a couple guys in mind.
Oh, yeah.
So how this will work is that you're going to move McNeil to second base unless you trade for Lindor. If you trade for Lindor, Jimenez moves to second base. McNeil stays in the outfield. I talked about wanting him in center field just because Nimmo is hard to watch out there. I know probably McNeil wouldn't be great either, but anyone's better than Nimmo. Defensively in center field at least. Good left fielder defensively, but pretty good. Not anything amazing, but center field horrific. So what I'm thinking is we either trade for Lindor, but that it doesn't really solve the issue. It gives you another superstar bat, but it doesn't solve the issue of poor defense because Jimenez is a great defensive shortstop. Now, I think he has the potential to be up there on that Francisco Lindor level, which is crazy. The dude's a platinum glove winner. He's a great defender. He just didn't have the playing time last year. Dude can play short for sure. So you keep him there, and you get it. What, you don't think he's that? You barely even watched him, man.
Exactly, and it's for a reason. If he was a platinum glover, I don't care how bad
I'm
his
not saying
bat
he's a
is.
platinum glover yet. I says he has the potential to be one.
Yeah.
No,
I
sorry,
don't
not
agree with that.
platinum glover, gold glover. But also a gold glove caliber, but also there's a lot of other really great defensive shortstops in the National League, so it's kind of hard to
I
get
get
that.
what you mean. Not necessarily a shortstop gold glove, just a gold glove in general.
A gold glove caliber player, a great
Yes.
defender.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is now that this gives you the prime opportunity to upgrade in center field. Now I have a few options. So this is going to be shocking. I don't think George Springer's the answer whatsoever. George Springer's a great player. He's got 2 years left in center field, in my opinion. Was he 30, 31? Like,
Yeah, something like that.
he's a great right fielder, so he's going to move to right field. We don't need more corner outfielders. We got Conforto, which some of this money should actually be used to extend Conforto long term. That's how I feel.
Definitely.
So, yeah. So here's some great options. I wasn't too high on this guy at first, but I actually looked at some of his stats. Jackie Bradley Jr. I think he's a phenomenal outfielder. He's not going back to the Red Sox. Now, it doesn't solve the issue with needing a more right-handed bats, but what you could do is play him kind of what they did last year was they played Nimmo against right-handed pitching and Jake Marisnick against left-handed pitching. Jake Marisnick really can only hit against left-handed pitching, but he hit really well against left-handed pitching, which he basically only hit against left-handed pitching. He hit really well this year. I think he hit like 330 or something like that, which is crazy coming from him. Like he's not a good hit. He hasn't been a good hitter even when cheating. Obviously on the 2017 Astros, but you bring him back, you bring Marisnick back, which I think he'll come back, which you kind of have to, considering you gave up a really good reliever to get him. Thanks, Brody. And you platoon them, but primarily play Jackie Bradley Jr., but you also have Marisnick as a depth option if Jackie Bradley Jr. is struggling, especially against left-handed pitching. You got Marisnick. And then you got two guys I think would be interesting trade options. Now, George Springer, I wouldn't be mad about it. I just don't think it's the right move because I don't know how much longer he's got. Like I said, he's probably only got 2 years in center field. I'd rather allocate my capital to Real Muto, Bauer, good depth, and Odorizzi, like another good starter. So I have two guys.
Wow.
Yeah, there's rumors that we're looking at him. So
you could get him cheap after last year,
after
definitely.
Last year, yeah. That's just an example of a decent back-end starter we could look to get.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm thinking is two guys I would be interested in trading for. Now, when you hear these names, you're probably thinking, oh, they're not center fielders. Well, they've actually become center fielders. So these guys are actually, funny enough, two second baseman converted second center fielders. I got to slow down. I'm excited, man. Cano's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if he plays another game with the Mets, to be honest, because you can easily do what you do with Cespedes, force him to restructure his contract, or he just retires. Because how do you?
I think he's going to retire.
How do you come back from this?
Especially, let's say we don't get to play a full 162 in 2021,
which it's looking kind of likely.
Yeah, so that means that he would not be able to play until the mid-2022 season. So instead of a 162 game suspension, this is looking like a 180, 190 at least.
It's not like a Hinch or Cora or a suspension where it's a full or a season, not the number of games. Because if you guys don't know, I probably should have said this. This isn't Cano's first time getting caught with PEDs. Seattle.
This isn't his first rodeo.
Late 2018 with Seattle, he got caught with PEDs, missed about 80 games, I believe. So this isn't his first time. So second offense, you get the full season. Kind of like A-Rod. Third, you're out of the league, I'm pretty sure. So 3 strikes, you're out. Obviously, it's baseball. But so the first guy I'm thinking of is Ian Happ of the Cubs.
Ooh.
So switch hitter, need that. Actually, good defensive center fielder and center fielder. Things we need. Now, it looks like this is the one guy I wouldn't expect the Cubs to play or to trade. But if you give up a good enough offer, I really see them doing it. Now, I don't know what this would take because the dude's young or pretty young. I think he's 26, which for baseball is young. For other sports, it's not, but for baseball, it is. And he's got a ton of control left. He's only been up for, I think, 2 years. So that's my number one option probably for a trade. The other guy's Whit Merrifield. Now, Whit Merrifield, he's more of a second baseman in the past, But dude, he's what we need because he actually had, I think he had +1
That's
outs above average
perfect.
last year. Like he's not a horrific outfielder like he was at first, and he steals bases. He's a bit older, but he's on a super club friendly contract, and you're probably gonna have to give up probably equal amount just because. And also, the Royals aren't going anywhere. They should have traded him a year ago, in my opinion. I actually think they should have traded him to the Cubs to be their second baseman because he can also play second base. So that gives both these guys give you that, that Mets player, which a lot of our players are guys who can play multiple positions. I love that. So DJ LeMahieu, I understand it, not a great fit because it doesn't really improve much defensively. Like he's probably better defensive second baseman than Jeff McNeil, but it looks like he's not even going to be. If he goes back to the Yankees, I don't think he's going to be playing much second base anymore, to be honest. And
that's probably true, yeah.
And with if you guys get another a real shortstop, and then you move Torres to second, and then and then that'll make your career last longer in a way. Now DJ LeMahieu, I think, is a guy who's going to age really well. Like he didn't
definitely
start playing like a stud until he hit his 30s, but he's a contact hitter. He's not a speed guy, so he's not gonna I think he's gonna age well. But playing first will help that aging process a bit. So I don't know how much. Now it's weird because if Whit Merrifield and DJ LeMahieu are now not second baseman, that's a weak position, to be honest. Like who's the best second baseman in the league now? Probably Ozzie Albies. Ozzie Albies or Jeff McNeil's up there if he plays second base.
If he played second base,
I think he'd be a top 5, top 3 maybe. It's a super weak position. Not saying no,
especially after Altuve's year as well.
Yeah, I don't
wonder where that came from.
I don't know where to rank those Astros guys, like position by position. Like where does Altuve rank? Like 6?
That's what I was wondering coming into the season.
Like I know it's a 60-game season, but like this was their chance to prove it. Like
some of them did.
Like Springer's still a stud. Correa, I'd say, is still a stud. He's a little bit injury prone, but I think he's still a stud. I hate the guy. Fuck you, Correa.
Yeah, he's my least favorite.
But yeah, he's probably my least favorite player, like in all of baseball.
Definitely.
Robinson Cano was, but now he's gone. So at least for the year. But and please retire, man. Just give up, man.
Yeah, come on.
Please, come on.
Come on. You're making it so hard for the Yankee fan who watched you in your prime to like you. Just retire.
I think Correa now slides to my second least favorite athlete because I have a new least favorite athlete. I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent here just because I need a platform to share my to air my grievance about this player. So his name, it's a football player. He used to play for my favorite team. His name is Jamal Adams. He's safety for the Seahawks. And he basically forced his way out of town, demanded a trade. And he had the dumbest interview I've ever seen. He said that playing in New York gave him depression. I mean, like, it made you depressed or made you sad. It did not give you a freaking medical disease. Like I have family that actually has like legit depression, not because they're their football.
Yeah, everyone does.
Like,
most people do. Most people
have family who has it. A lot of people have it. And then this clown is just saying that he battled depression. And the funny thing is that team he played for next was, I think Seattle is like the highest depression rate in the country.
Oh yeah, I've heard something about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
because it's so cold and just rainy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So far away from everything.
But I just had to. We'll go back to baseball. I had to say that somewhere. Jamal Adams, you're a fucking clown, man. Yeah. But this trade, he's playing like shit this year. The Jets trading him for 2 first-round picks is looking awfully nice. But so yeah, DJ LeMahieu, as great as it would be, I don't think he's the greatest fit for the Mets. I think you get a real center fielder. So like just to recap, you get Jackie Bradley Jr. or you trade for Ian Happ. If I had to rank them, I'd probably say Ian Happ 1, and then I would go JBJ 2 just because you don't have to give up, prospect capital, and then Whit Merrifield 3. I think Whit Merrifield's probably the best player out of the bunch.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe out of the year last year, Ian Happ. He had a great year. But
well, he's still, he can't field shit.
Who?
At all. Happ.
Oh, really? No, I thought he played a good center
never
fielder.
Been a good fielder.
Really?
Never been a good center fielder. No.
Okay, never mind. Whit Merrifield 1, Jackie Bradley Jr. 2, Ian Happ 3. I got inspired by the Ian Happ thing because I saw a Yankees channel did a Yankees offseason.
Oh, I love him as a hitter.
Yeah, shout out to what's his name, diehard Yankee fan on YouTube. He had them trading for Ian Happ, but the Yankees at least, not the Mets. But
What? Why would we want to do that?
because I think you guys traded Voit and Hicks for Lindor and a prospect for Lindor, something like that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So then he would be our starting center fielder, and then would Frazier still be our backup?
He'd be your left fielder.
Oh, Stan
Frazier
DH,
wouldn't be
duh.
traded.
Yeah.
Frazier wouldn't be traded. So moving on, we got a few more Mets rumors that this one I don't understand whatsoever. Marcell Ozuna. Now, Marcell Ozuna is a great player, but great year last year. I don't know if he's going to keep that up just because he had a couple.
He kind of reminds me a lot of Yoenis Cespedes. And I feel like the same thing would happen if he signed with the Mets.
Dude, you're so right. They're like the same player, like just pull swing. Big left fielders. Now, Yoenis says, they both used to have rocket arms. Osuna had like a big shoulder issue. He doesn't have an arm anymore. Yeah, exactly. Both like at one point all-star left fielders. Osuna, I don't get the fit at all because we don't need a DH. We don't need another corner outfielder. You know, we need a center field, catcher, starting pitching, bullpen. Those are the main needs. Like LeMahieu and Lindor, they're great, but that's a want, not a need. We have actual holes. Like if you had our starting lineup now, our starting catcher is Tomas Nido. Like we need to improve that. Catcher is the number one priority.
Definitely. And then starting pitcher.
And thankfully, we have two of the best free agents of. You know, Real Muto is the best catcher in the league. He's on the market. Trevor Bauer, I think he's a top 10 pitcher in the league.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Which a lot of times
if you don't think that, then you're just stupid.
Well, a lot of times you have Cy Young winners, especially with a 60-game season. Like Cy Young winners, not like Blake Snell. I wouldn't call him a top 10 pitcher. He's definitely
neither
close.
would I. No.
But also Bauer. Don't forget, Bauer had an incredible 2018. Speaking of Snell.
Yes.
So he just had a
Bauer got his spin rate up. I think he started using like pine tar, as most pitchers do. I think in the years it's very consistent. His lines. He either dominates and is a top Cy Young voting, or he's just around league average. So what that tells me, his spin rates jumped up a good 400 RPMs this year per pitch. So that just tells me that, like, he's here to stay. And if he keeps using pine tar or keeps becoming even more analytically clever, then he's going to be a top 10 pitcher for years and years to come.
Yeah. And I think he said in an interview that he was hurt in 2019. He had an issue that he had to change up his mechanics a bit or something. Something like that. That's why. And also, if you pitch that well in Cincinnati, like you're going to pitch well in New York.
Yeah.
Like I think Great American's probably top 5 most hitter-friendly parks. Like number 1's definitely Colorado. Number 2, I'd say Philly. 3, Yankee Stadium, I'd say. Then Arizona, and then I'd go Cincinnati probably. Like those are bandboxes, and if you can pitch well in Cincinnati, like you can pitch well in Citi Field, which is a pretty neutral stadium. You know,
yeah,
it's not a particularly great hitters park, not a particularly great pitchers. A little more on the pitcher end, but still you can hit well. It's not like Detroit or Miami levels of pitcher park.
Fuck Detroit, such a boring park.
I like it.
It's so boring.
Yeah, it's got a cool Ferris wheel. We got to do our stadium rankings sometimes, which I don't know how I'm going to do it because I've literally only been to one stadium. But, you know, watching games, pictures, I can assess.
You can get a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I've had people tell me, "Oh, how do you know you've never been?" I'm like, "How many have you been to?" I'm like, "Oh,
exactly."
So I'm sorry, I'm not fucking Zach Campbell, man.
Yeah, we ain't rich.
Yeah. But another thing, a lot of people in Lindor trade rumors for the Mets are throwing Jeff McNeil there. If it requires McNeil, I'm going to say no. I think Lindor's a better player, but Jeff McNeil has a shit ton of more control. Lindor is surprisingly young, but you know, I'm not risking having Lindor walk and giving up Jeff McNeil, you know?
Yeah.
So Either you trade for
You guys
Lindor.
aren't in you guys are looking at a possible playoff dynasty, not a World Series necessarily dynasty, where you guys are probably going to make the postseason for a good 3-4 straight years that you're looking at. Whereas Lindor would be win the World Series right now and just tank
And then,
right after
suck right
situation.
after. Exactly like the
Yeah.
Red Sox, like what happened to
Or
them.
the Nationals.
Right. Like, I don't want that to happen. And obviously,
Exactly. That
don't
is
forget,
not
you
the
could
Mets right
always
now.
get Lindor. Like, you don't need Lindor. Like, Lindor's a phenomenal player. I'd love to have him. You don't need him, though. You got Jimenez, you got Rosario. Rosario, I'd be open to trading. And I'm not saying these guys are Francisco Lindor, not at all. But next year's shortstop market it might be the best of all time. Trevor Story, Corey Seager, Javier Baez, Francisco Lindor, Carlos Correa. Those are the guys on the market right now. And take this too. Marcus Semien, he didn't have a great year. Let's say he takes a 1-year deal to reset his value. That's like 6 top 10 shortstops.
Definitely.
Like, you could get you can get your shortstop then and not have to trade a ton of prospects, you know? And I really don't see them trading for Lindor just because Steve Cohen and Sandy Alderson have talked about we don't have a great farm system. We need to improve it. And I'm not saying trade everyone away, trade DeGrom, trade, everyone. Because, no, we don't need to do that. But we need to find a way to get prospects somehow, draft well, don't get rid of them. That's
I think you guys got a pretty good farm system. I mean, you do have the one and only Tim Tebow.
He did it. Oh. Yeah. I saw a headline with him. It was like he's keeping the dream alive and stuff. I was like,
fuck the dream.
Yeah, I was like, dude, we don't have a great farm system. But I was like, oh no, he's gonna say Tim Tebow. Which, shout out to Tim Tebow as a casual Florida Gators fan. I gotta love Tim Tebow. As a Jets fan, kiss my ass.
Didn't know you were a Florida Gator fan.
Just casual. I'm not like a diehard, but family stuff. But
I got you.
They're the college team I consider my favorite team, but I don't really watch that much college football. And I kind of want to get into college baseball though. It seems kind of fun.
Same, yeah.
Plus, I want to get more knowledgeable about the draft when it comes up, especially doing the show now. Like, I knew
definitely, we need to know these things.
I only knew like 3 prospects last year. I knew like Spencer Torkelson, I knew Asa Lacy, and that's it. So those are the guys I had heard of. But and that's just because pre-draft, like I heard some like the MLB needs to do a better job, and we could make another video about this. They need to do a better job of actually like marketing the draft. Like the NFL, like they do such a good job of like hyping up these prospects and stuff that like even like casual fans know like who their team's drafting. Like guys who don't even watch, like I didn't really watch any college football last year, and I was obsessed with the draft. I was getting so into like who we should take and stuff. Now the issue is it's kind of tough to do that when you got kids out of high school and you can't trade draft picks. So that kind of takes away some of the entertainment value. But I think the MLB needs to do a better job of like, this is Spencer Torkelson. This is, Heston Kjerstad. Like, these are the players. And,
get more people to watch it.
Yeah.
And also next year, definitely don't have Rob Manfred, announce the players and teams. Especially not with an earpiece in.
With the first pick in the 2021 MLB draft, the Pittsburgh Pirates select
Tim Tebow.
Wait, no, what's his name? Don't tell me. What's the kid? The Vanderbilt guy. Kumar Rocker, a starting pitcher from the University of Vanderbilt. I don't know. Also, with the thing with the MLB draft, why do they have to say like a start? Like they should just do like what the NFL does. I don't know how to explain this. It's just player, position, school, not like a complete sentence. You know what I'm saying? And then with the old commissioner, he always like you couldn't clap until he said then they have the next pick and they're now on the clock. And
then, that annoyed me so much.
And also when you got the shit, live from Secaucus with like 3 players who got invited, like it's not going to be that exciting. But man,
well, I mean, they couldn't invite players last year. I don't blame them for that.
They didn't have an event, but obviously, like MLB, if you're listening to me, do not let ESPN do the MLB draft. So the NBA draft is tonight, and I heard complaints about this, and I heard complaints about this in the NFL draft. Once a player's drafted, it's like this player's dad died when he was 3, and then his grandma got. It's just nothing but sad ass stories. Like this it's just
Jesus.
tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. Like MLB, please don't do that, but do the other stuff
Yeah.
the drafts do. But it just MLB draft's never going to be the same as the NFL draft or the NBA draft because the guys aren't making an immediate impact. I also hate the fact that a player has the option to sign with the team or not. Like you have like these top 5 picks who just say, "Oh yeah, fuck this, I'm going back to college or something." Like it should be you declare you're playing, like not, "Oh, I'm looking for this much money. If I don't get it, or we're picking this player because we won't be able to afford him." Like I think it should be you get the player, just you can negotiate a contract, but the player's guaranteed to play with you. Like it's not like these kids come out in high school and they're like, "Oh, I didn't get the number 1 overall pick, or I didn't get my $5 million signing bonus. I only got 4.5. Yeah, screw this. I'm going to fucking Vandy." Like they got to improve that. But
Definitely. Because it's annoying. It's so annoying because there's so many great talents that just don't accept then and there. And I mean, how can you blame them? Because I would rather
burning draft picks on fire. It should be if you're declaring for the draft, you're playing for the team. Kyler Murray. Now he definitely made the right decision.
Happened,
yeah, he definitely made the right decision. But speaking of which, how about that throw on Sunday, that catch? How about your Buffalo? Oh, did you see it?
Oh, that
Bills.
catch.
Yeah. Speaking of Kyler Murray, Bills fan, you know. But anyways, back to some more Mets news. I think Trevor Bauer's gonna be a Met. That he made literally a YouTube video talking about how great Steve Cohen is. I think yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty telling.
Trevor. And here's the
wait
thing.
a minute. You can't fall for his scams.
That's true.
Something like praising Steve Cohen in a whole ass YouTube video seems pretty methodical to me.
I know he did all that other shit on Twitter, but here's the thing that actually, I don't know if you saw that video. It was on Momentum or Trevor Bauer at one of the channels. There was stuff that said censored. My agent couldn't told me I can't put this in. Like that could be big information.
Definitely. I gotta stop saying definitely.
Definitely. Well, something definitely we need to do is hop into any Yankee news. Ben, fill in the listeners if there's any news. There probably isn't compared to the Mets. You didn't have a player suspended for PEDs, but Ben, fill in the listeners with any Yankee news.
Well, this isn't very current, but I don't think we've ever talked about it. Tommy Kahnle is going to miss most of, if not all of 2021 due to surgery.
Tommy John,
and he has elected free agency, so he is not a Yankee anymore.
He might come back though. He might just.
I hope he does. I love him.
Recover and then just sign back. Speaking of Tommy John, do you have any other Yankee news? Because we got some big Tommy John news when we get into the MLB news.
There is not much Yankee news going on right now.
Yeah, it's weird to think this for the Yankees. I think it's gonna be kind of a quiet offseason. Like you just gotta save your money, recover, and then be able to sign your homegrown guys in the future.
Mm-hmm. So, wait, actually no, I do have some news. AJ Burnett and Nick Swisher are both up for the 2021 Hall of Fame ballot.
Right.
Burnett, I think, has a chance, but Swisher's going to be gone first ballot. No way. There's no way he's making it.
Yeah.
He had 247 home runs, so he didn't even get 250. Didn't get 2,000 hits. He's like a total jackass.
Right.
Only got 2 or 3 All-Stars, so there's no way.
We could talk Hall of Fame right now. I haven't really paid attention to it just because a lot of these players I'm not that familiar with. Being honest,
I've paid a lot of attention to it.
Yeah, I don't know how vote I love the Hall of Fame. Like it's because the baseball writers they're the guys deciding it, and so my favorite player of all time, I've just come to grips that David Wright's not going to be a Hall of Famer, despite I think he kind of deserves it, which he would have been a Hall of Famer if he didn't get hurt so much, but that makes me depressed. But also like the whole Bonds and Clemens thing, which I had on my notes here to talk about. What are your thoughts on?
I agree with the writers there. That's like one of the rare occurrences.
So you don't
What's really crazy is though that they're going to
make it in?
No, they should not make it in. However,
I'm the opposite on that. I think they should.
Oh, I know you are.
Which I just feel crazy. They were great without steroids. So steroids didn't make their,
Bonds wasn't
Steroids.
Hall of Fame without steroids.
Yes, he was. He was a
I don't think
phenomenal
he was.
player. Now, you can make the argument, well, if he retired before he took steroids, maybe. Like, if he retired before he took steroids, probably wouldn't make it in just because he didn't have the time, like the length of career
Mm-hmm.
to do it. But, like, steroids don't necessarily give you a 500 on base percentage or something nuts like that. Like the best eye of all time. Excuse me. Clemens, I'm surprised you're not rooting for your boy, but and I hate Roger
Oh, no.
Clemens. He's basically Mr. AL East. He played for how many 3 AL East teams, right?
3, maybe 4.
Yeah, he played for Boston, Toronto,
Boston
and New York.
Yankees. Oh, didn't he play for Baltimore?
May have. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. But
I'm not sure either.
honestly, like I guarantee there are guys in the Hall of Fame that took steroids that didn't get caught. So
Yeah, that's why I think it's the entire situation
System
is
is
just
just-
an utter failure.
yeah, I agree with that. It's just you don't know if the people making the decisions are credible enough.
Oh,
Like
oh
the
my
baseball
God, no,
writers,
no.
which we're gonna have Ben right now. We got to get you to rant about the Baseball Writers Association because your boy DJ LeMahieu.
Oh,
You guys follow us on
my.
Instagram. Ben had a little sissy
Mm.
fit, and I commented, "This is what I get for starting a show with a Yankee fan." I thought I agreed. Jose Abreu should have won, but Ben, let's
No.
plead your case.
No,
All right, convince me
RBIs.
otherwise. Convince me otherwise.
What do you think of RBIs on a scale from 1 to 10 on how good they are as a just like metric?
3 to 4. It tells you
Yes.
that you hit well with runners in scoring position, but I'd rather take.
Whoa, wait a minute,
No.
partner. Wait a minute, partner.
Yep.
Because if you want to look at that, that's a great metric to look at, in my opinion.
I think
on
average
base percentage
with
or
runners,
batting average.
batting
Yes.
average with runners in scoring position, yeah. Which I don't really care about on base percentage with, like, if you're walking with runners in scoring position, like that doesn't matter. Like it's
Yeah,
fine,
that's
but
true.
I'd rather
That's
you
very
get a
true.
hit with runners in scoring position.
That's
like,
very true.
especially last year at the beginning of the year, Mets couldn't get shit with runners in scoring position. So like seeing guys walk to get the bases loaded, just you're like, okay, inning's over. So I think batting it's definitely a better stat than RBI. But what stats did Abreu lead in? So he led in
home runs.
Did he have a higher WAR?
No, they had the same R-WAR. I used R-WAR. I do not know about the F-WAR.
Because that seems to be like the number one thing that determines awards nowadays. It's all WAR, and then for pitching, it's ERA, which I don't have an issue with. I like ERA a lot.
Is better than WAR.
Yeah.
WAR isn't bad.
Yeah.
Let me get one thing straight.
Well, real WAR is bad, but wins above replacement isn't. And that's coming from me with like an old school stat guy, which my favorite stat's probably on base percentage, OPS, something like that, just because like there are good players. It depends just kind of,
Well, so you want to look at OPS, huh?
Yep, go for it.
Who had an OPS over 1,000?
Oh, they both did, right?
Not Jose Abreu.
Yeah, he was like 996, right?
987.
Well, how many home runs did he have?
19.
How many home runs did LeMahieu have?
10.
That's a pretty decent gap.
That is a very big gap.
Yeah.
Let me get that. That is a huge gap. However,
also, Abreu stepped up big time defensively this year.
That is very true. Also, I looked at that. He was very, very solid defensively, which I was not expecting to see.
Me neither.
OPS plus is basically just OPS, but park adjusted. Fuck you, Yankee Stadium breeds good hitters who can hit to right. LeMahieu's OPS plus was still 177, a good 11 points above Abreu. That's not that close.
No.
That's taking a slightly above average baseball player to a below average baseball player.
Yeah.
That should tell a story right there. On base percentage, 421.
For who?
Now, before
LeMahieu?
I get yelled at for using Oh, my bad. You can go.
No, wait. 420.
Oh,
Who
I
had
thought you were tapping
421?
on your mic telling me to
No,
stop or
no, no, no,
something.
no, no, no. Keep going.
All right. So 421 on base. That is incredibly high.
Wait, who had
And
that?
it is also. What?
Who had a 421 on base percentage?
LeMahieu had a
Okay.
421 on base
So what was
percentage.
Abreu's on base percentage?
370.
Oh shit, that is a big gap. I think
Now, I don't like looking.
I think the batting average. Wait, who had Abreu had the better batting average, right?
You're wrong again.
Oh, I am.
By 50 points.
Oh shit. I think it's the home runs that really.
That is what I think the voters based it on. Home runs and RBIs. That's why I included them.
It's tough because I don't think if any of the three guys won it, I wouldn't have an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like they all equally had incredible seasons.
Oh, definitely.
Like the National League one, I didn't really consider it necessarily close. Like I think it was Freddie Freeman. But for American League, I think either guy could have won. It's cool seeing two first basemen win it just because that's like considered such an invaluable position and stuff. And
they're both good defensively though, so I think that kind of makes up for it.
Yeah. But when you think first base, you don't think great defense. Yeah. If you don't really think amazing defense when you look for what traits you want for a great first baseman, you want, you wouldn't compromise defense for like a big compromise for like, how do I explain this? With first base, you take a lack in defense to get a much better hitter.
Yeah, because it's just not as needed there.
Exactly.
You can get away with bad defense.
Yeah.
Now, one last little thing here.
Yep.
I don't really like looking at batting average. It is one of my least favorite stats ever. However, yes, definitely. Definitely. Oh my fucking God, I keep saying it. Jesus Christ.
Definitely. Ben the definitely
It's in my
guy.
head now. Sorry, this is probably really boring to hear, just me repeating the same word over and over again.
It's all good.
LeMahieu bat 364. Now, what that means is that not only did he get the batting title, he is the first person to ever win a batting title in both leagues since 1901.
Oh, wow. Well, that doesn't necessarily make a better player. That just means you've played in both leagues.
And won a batting title in both leagues?
Yeah, but it's not like a crazy record because you won a batting title in both leagues. Also, you played in Colorado, which I kind of just did my pet peeve, which I hate when guys say that, oh, this player isn't as good because Nolan Arenado is not the best third baseman because he plays in Colorado. I'm like, okay,
I mean, he didn't even hit well in Colorado last year.
Well, for career-wise, look at his road stats.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I love Matt Chapman, but I'm pretty sure Arenado's road stats are better than Chapman's like everything stats, like both home and away. Which, to be fair, Chapman does play in a pretty pitcher-friendly park. A pretty pitcher-friendly football stadium. Well, not anymore, but
pretty stupid ass stadium, no matter what.
The most foul ground I've ever seen. I think they're trying to get a new one though. It's just tough.
The whole market. New economic green one, where everything's on so elevated.
On the bay and stuff. Yeah, that'd be sweet. But
I don't think that's happening.
I don't think it is either. But like with Tampa, like the cities don't want to fund that,
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're not winning the World Series.
Yeah, the Athletics can come close though. And they got a great fan base too. Like it's probably pretty annoying to go to the game with all the damn drums and stuff.
You can hear them while they're broadcasting.
Yeah, I know. But I love seeing energy from fans.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was explaining to my mom earlier about the Marlins stadium during the pandemic 60-game season looked identical to it in the regular season. She's like, "No, you're not. That's not true." And I showed her a picture. It's like, "Oh, well, you're kind of right." But they got a good atmosphere in Oakland. It's just not a good stadium.
Mm-hmm.
You got any more things to say about your boy? How do you feel if he didn't sign with the Yankees? Would you
Well,
still
I
think he
mean,
should be MVP?
oh, for sure.
I'm just messing
This
with
isn't
you.
even a
Yeah.
Yankee thing anymore.
Yeah.
This is a 421 on base percentage and a 177 OPS plus. They scored the same amount of runs too. So, I I really don't like the BBWAA. Let's just put it like that.
Hey, he'll get it next year. Well, not really, because this is like the one opportunity American League hitters got to winning it, because technically Trout had a down year, which is nuts. That this is what I think he finished
I think
fourth.
yeah, and I think he had a 990 something
Yeah,
OPS.
something nuts like that. Yeah, dude, he's like, yeah, a down year for him is like a career year for most hitters, and I
Not
don't think
even
he's
most hitters.
like good hitters.
Elite
Yeah,
hitter.
yeah, and I don't think he's ever finished below the top 5 in MVP voting, which is nuts.
No.
Like, I think
Yeah.
when it's all said and done, when his career's over, he's the best player of all time. He might be the best player of all time right now.
Mhm.
Kind of hard to determine. Like, I think guys you put in that conversation, Barry Bonds, um, Ted Williams, I'd put in that
Oh yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Willie Mays, I would put up there.
Mhm.
And then if you go to pitchers, I'd say I think the best pitcher of all time, Nolan Ryan, maybe. Which, yeah,
I can make
he was
a you can make
Met.
a case for him.
He was a Met, and you traded him. I don't know. He was good with the Mets, but not like Angels or Rangers. Nolan Ryan, but other
No,
guys like Sandy
not even close.
Koufax or Seaver, maybe. I wouldn't put him as number one, but he's definitely up
He'd
there.
be up there. He's up there.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But anyways, moving on to some more MLB news. Unfortunately, Mike Clevenger has to get Tommy John, which is weird because he signed like a contract extension.
Yeah, 2-year deal.
Yeah, which I
So
think
they
it just
get him
took him through
afterwards.
arbitration.
Mhm.
So this is a big blow. When he was getting hurt in the playoffs a bit, I got kind of worried just because, like, I'm not a Padres fan, but I like the Padres. I like seeing like teams.
Oh, I
that suck.
love the
Yeah, they're
Padres.
a super fun team. I love seeing teams that suck for a while, like really playing well.
Finally get it out.
Yeah,
Get it done.
It's just it sucks, man. I hate seeing pitchers like other than Luis Severino, which like I kind of regret. I was kind of laughing about it, which you shouldn't laugh about injury, which like I was excited that he was out for the year, just not because of injury. You know what I'm saying? But it
Yeah.
just sucks to see. So if it seems like nowadays every pitcher has to get Tommy John, like, and
At
one
some
pitcher
point.
going down can ruin a season. Look at the Mets last year without Syndergaard. And if the Padres still have a good rotation, now this worries me too because they might go all in for Trevor Bauer now.
Oh, ooh, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah.
And he
I
was
want them to get Trevor Bauer. To be completely honest,
that's
he would
fine.
be, other than the Yankees, obviously, they would be my number 2 most wanted place for Bauer. I don't even care if they get taken down, if the Yankees get taken down by the Padres in the World Series because of Bauer. That would just be such a fun series.
Who was your pick for what was your prediction for him? Because I said he was going to San Diego before he did all this like endorsing Steve Cohen and stuff.
Oh yeah, I still think he's going to the Mets.
I do too now, just because also with the Cano, you get that extra salary.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's what 20 mil,
25.
16 mil off the books.
25 or no, 20.
25.
No, 21, and then Seattle has 4 because they're on they ate some of the contract.
Yeah.
So really sucks there. But then some good news. Kim Nang, I think I'm pronouncing yours right. Super cool. First woman hired as general manager. It pisses me off because she had a stacked resume, and we decided to hire a freaking player agent back in 2018 with no front office experience. So it's great to see, a woman, especially a minority, an Asian American woman.
Yeah.
Sucks it has to be the Marlins, so I have to hate her. Sucks for the Marlins because she has to work with she has to clean up Derek Jeter's mess.
Whoa. I love trashing on Jeter as much as the next guy, but he wasn't necessarily the ringleader behind all of that.
He had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Like the only good move I'd say is dumping Stanton. Like Like it
Oh,
sucks you
yeah.
had to get rid of him, but you weren't getting rid of him after that. So the Christian Yelich trade disaster. Was it like Lewis Brinson and Isan Diaz, Jordan Yamamoto, Christian Yelich, who else? The Osuna trade, I think they won actually because he didn't play amazing, and they got Sandy Alcantara, or Alcantara, something like that. I don't see the Marlins as a great team like they did. I think it was a bit fluky.
For sure.
Which Foolish Baseball made a video about it. I agree with him. But back to Kim Nang, it's really great to see. A lot of girls, have been more involved in baseball. I think the Giants had a first base coach, a female first
Yankees
base coach.
have a hitting coach as well.
Yeah, the Mets had Jessica Mendoza, who I can't stand, but she was in the front office too, which not anymore. Thank God, I can't stand her. She sucks at her job, but at least as a broadcaster. But anyways, it's great to see. Now I feel bad for her because she has to work with Jeter, and she had to work with Rob Manfred when she worked for the MLB.
That's
poor
tragic.
Kim. Yeah, poor Kim. But
yeah.
well, I'm really curious, not just because it's a woman. I'm really curious to see the move she's gonna make. Obviously, it's not really a major market. It's not a small market, but it's gonna be interesting to see, who they bring in. They don't really have any stars on the team outside of maybe Starling Marte, if you want to include him. So it should be. No, I wouldn't really call him a star, but he's a solid ball player, and so is Corey. So is Corey Dickerson. Brian Anderson has star potential.
Very
he's
underrated.
a star caliber player. He just doesn't get recognition because he plays for Miami.
Exactly.
But they got some decent pieces. To be honest, it's just I think they're another year away. They're a good team. Just their division is stacked. So is it though? Because
Mets and Braves.
The Nationals.
So
I don't see them as a threat. Just
embrace the tank.
Fast team. But they got stud pitching. Just that got hurt last year, and they got not a good lineup, like an average lineup with two
speedy lineup.
Yeah, they got two phenoms. One of them might be the best hitter in the game, and might be the best left-handed hitter in the game.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Who would you put ahead of? Who would you put ahead of him?
Yelich, maybe. I know he had a down year, but Yelich at his best, I would take him over Soto at his best. Actually, maybe.
Well, we haven't even seen Soto at his best.
Yeah,
probably.
He didn't play the whole year because of Corona, and when he came back, he exploded. And they're pretty equal out in the outfield. Maybe Soto might be a little bit better. They're both kind of below average, but Bellinger maybe, which get well Cody Bellinger. Get well Cody Bellinger. Had to get surgery today because of celebrating.
He should be back before the start of spring training, though. So
for sure, yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Kim Nang. Also, another thing is Cubs Theo Epstine has resigned. I wouldn't say I was shocked about this, but I don't really see the Cubs going in a great direction. He said he's going to take the season off. You're probably going to be shocked to hear me say this. I did not want him at all for the Mets. Now, he's definitely a great general manager, but he gives me a vibe of a rebuild guy, and I don't want a rebuild guy. I want a win now guy.
Yeah.
Like, the Mets, I think, are ready to win, and they're ready to compete. That doesn't mean trade every prospect you have for all these veterans, but how do you feel about Theo Epstein? Like, he said he's going to take the year off, so he's not going to go to us. He's not going to go to Philly, but
he said he's looking for a new challenge after that. So
right, like good tenure in Chicago. It didn't end great. Just one World Series though.
It had a very nice moments.
I don't think they should go in full rebuild. Like, they have a great core. I don't get just try to go in all in for 1 year, and now you got you got a true ace in Darvish. Now you're losing two of your starting pitchers, but Darvish has proven that he could be an ace. Then you got Kyle Hendricks,
who's also proven that he can be an ace.
Ace caliber, not really a traditional ace because he didn't strike guys out, but an ace caliber.
I don't give a
I know you
if you don't strike.
I know. But ace caliber player, and then their other starting pitching would be Who?
Mr. No Hitter, college walk on, sucks
Oh yeah,
the
that guy.
rest of the year. Alec
Right.
Mills.
And then who else do they have? Well, Quintana's gone. Lester's gone. Um, shit. Maybe they
Oh,
they should tear it down. Their farm
yeah.
their farm system isn't good, but I think they should just try to go get like an Odorizzi. That'd be a great fit.
hmm
Maybe like Mike Minor, someone like that.
Yeah,
So
some nice bounce back.
bring back Jeremy Jeffress. He had a great year
Yeah.
for them. Just do something, man, because they've done nothing the past two off seasons when they do like Steven Souza Jr., who I think they DFA'd.
And what's his Craig Kimbrell.
Which that's been a disaster. My God, that's been bad. There's these two videos on YouTube called Craig Kimbrell Sucks, and it was like it showed like the Cubs getting a lead. It was like, oh, good lead, good job, boys. Hopefully I don't blow it. It's like the game against the Cardinals where they like had
Yep.
two home runs.
This was a urinating tree video, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like
Yep.
and Kemp hit a home run. Zobrist had like the most hyped up reaction ever. All him in the World Series.
It was DeYoung.
Oh yeah, and then Yachty hit a home run. DeYoung hit a
Yeah.
home run. So yeah, Craig Kimbrell's terrible, man. But we're gonna get to another thing. We're gonna go. I have two things here, but I think they're gonna take a little bit of time. So I think we could save this for next week. I have kind of two games. What every team should do this offseason or a free agent draft. So we basically draft a team with the free agents. Which one do you want to do?
Can you repeat that real quick? I
So
kind of glitched out.
Oh yeah, option A, what every team has to do this offseason, or option B, for a free agent draft. So we basically draft free agents.
Ooh. I kind of that free agent draft kind of
Let's
sounds
do
pretty
that.
nice.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
I have a preference.
Mets were worse last year, so that means I get the first pick.
Let me pull up a free agent list real quick.
What? Oh yeah, pull up a free agent list. I'm gonna try to come up on my head, but how do you want to do this? Do you want to do this here? I'm gonna pull up a free agent list too. How do you want to do this? Do you want to do like a fantasy baseball team? So or sort of a fantasy baseball list, fantasy baseball team, or do you want to do
I like that? Yeah, where we keep it in confined.
Yeah. So what are we going?
Ratios.
We're going starting 9. I say 2 bench bats, 2 starting pitchers, 2 relievers, and then we don't have to do another pitcher slot or anything. So with the first pick and we're not basing this off of fantasy points or whatever. We're just basing this off the player. So
yeah.
with the first pick in the 2020 free agent Major League Baseball, I got to speak like Rob Manfred. With the first.
Wait a minute. Are we adding these to the Yankees, or are we like?
No, we're building a team.
I got you. Just making sure.
All right. With the first pick in the 2021 technically, MLB free agent player draft, the Elias is select. Or we need some team names real quick. Or no, we got to pick our player, and then we got to do what you do in fantasy football. You make a pun based on one of the players on your team.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
Yep.
Elias selects Trevor Bauer, a starting pitcher. I gotta say this. Starting pitcher currently on the Reds. I'm gonna go Trevor Bauer 1. You're now on the clock, which your clock time is like 5 seconds. Make it quick. Let me write down my team.
All right, with the second pick of the 2021 free agent draft, I give up. Select JT Realmuto, a catcher from the free agent region.
All right. Also, for outfield, we're gonna do 3 outfielders, not like left field, right field, center field.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do 2 bench bats and then 2 starting pitchers, 2 relief pitchers. Should we just do 2 pitcher slots so it could be either, or we just do two starters, 2 relievers?
I think 3 starters, 1 reliever.
How about 3 starters, 2 relievers?
I like that. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Let's do that. All right. So I'm just writing down my chart. So you have Springer.
No, I picked Realmuto.
Realmuto. Here, let me write down. Let me write down the guys and let me write down who you took. All right. So with the third pick in the 2021 MLB free agent draft, we'll just say who we pick. I'd select George Springer.
All right. I select DJ LeMahieu.
Who the hell else is a free? Let me pull up my list. All right. Let's go. Oh, I don't know if this is a reach, but with the just because the the number of quality on the in his position, I'm gonna go Marcus Semien.
Phew.
I swear, I probably just missed out on a big guy. All right, go.
This doesn't include defense, correct? This is just like.
Oh, you're picking Ozuna? Oh, well, that's.
No, I'm not picking Ozuna. I'm picking Nelson Cruz.
Oh shit, you're right. I always forget he's a free. Do you want to go one bench and then a DH?
Yeah, well, I like that.
Yeah. All right. So basically utility. So oh man, because I always assume he's just going back to the Twins. Like he's gonna take a 1-year deal back to the Twins. Like, shit. Yeah. You're right. All right. Well, I'm gonna go Osuna.
All right.
He's gonna be my DH.
Yeah.
Unless I get another strictly DH, I'll move him to the outfield. But so you pick Cruz. All right. Cool. All right. You're on the clock, buddy.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Michael Brantley for one of my outfielders.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if this guy's a Well, I won't. I can draft him at the end because you already have your catcher. I'm talking about
oh yeah, I should not have drafted a catcher first. Wait, actually.
No, because he's a lot.
Yeah,
better.
Now there's like such a big gap in the positional strength.
Exactly. Like McCann's
that's
good,
why I did pick him. But now
like,
this gives you the opportunity to focus on other things a lot earlier.
So, man,
it's a win-lose.
This is a weak class, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
What do I need? I'm gonna go Justin Turner.
All right.
Because think about the other third baseman, like you got fucking Todd Frazier.
It's a very weak class, but I'm thinking ahead. I'm gonna go with this is a big stretch, but Liam Hendricks.
Ooh. Like usually when you play fantasy baseball, right?
Oh, I love fantasy.
Yeah, I played my first year. There's always you got to wait for the first guy to draft the reliever, and then the whole league drafts their relievers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right, who should I go next? Oh, this class sucks, man. This class is terrible. Sorry if you're part of this free agent class, but shit.
Yeah, sorry, DJ. I know you're watching. I still love you.
All right. Oh my god, I gotta go. God, this is terrible. Shit. Who's the?
Oh my God, Kevin Gausman's off the market too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That. Stroman's gone. Or Drew Smiley's gone too. We forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, Drew Smiley was signed by the Braves. $11 million 1 year.
Yep. Who the fuck do I pick? Oh my God, is this too early? All right, I'm going Brad Hand.
Damn it! Like I wasn't gonna take him.
Everyone else is a huge reach though. Like I'm looking at these positions, it's just like, God damn it. All right, go.
I'm gonna go Charlie Morton here.
Ooh, I forgot about him, but I don't know how he's gonna do next year.
I think he should do fine.
Yeah. Do I have to go pitcher here? But man, who the hell is there?
Exactly, that's why I picked him.
Rizzi? No, like I gotta go outfield. Oh, Jock Peterson. I'm gonna take Jock Peterson.
All right, you draft the bench bat.
Actually,
bat.
Scratch that. I'm not taking him. I'm going. Oh man, I'm going. I need a second baseman. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. You just gave it away.
No, I have LeMahieu. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Kike Hernandez.
Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Well, who else is there? Like Colton Wong's a defense guy.
That's what I was thinking. He showed he could hit in 2019.
Yeah. All right, go.
I'm just thinking. Let me think. You said no to Jock Peterson, if I remember right.
Yeah, I'm saying no to him.
Could I take Tommy La Stella as a third baseman, or does he have to be a second?
You can take him as a third baseman. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do then.
I should have taken him. Fuck. Oh, this is fun, man.
Yeah, I love this.
All
You
right.
got to do
I'm gonna
fantasy.
go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Odorizzi.
All right, that's a nice choice. It's a nice, bet.
Yeah.
Now, wait, did you? Why am I asking about third baseman? I just picked a third baseman.
Yeah. I have my third baseman too.
I'm kind of losing my mind out here.
Yeah, same. I got JT. I got Mr. COVID boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with who? Where do you go? Forgot.
Who?
I'm trying to Jock
Tell me the
Peterson
player.
because you didn't take
I
him.
didn't take him. No, you're taking him.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go Carlos Santana.
Oh, wait. Actually, that might not be the greatest pick. There's no first baseman,
I know.
which
That's
is
why
really
I'm
annoying.
that's why I'm taking him. All
Yeah,
right,
so
go.
I don't really feel as bad about that as I
Yeah.
would in other years. I'm gonna go with Mike Minor. Or no, wait, actually, scratch that. I'm going with Taiwan Walker.
Okay, I'm gonna go third starter. I'm gonna go Tanaka.
Oh, what? How did I forget about
Yeah,
Tanaka?
I thought lefty. I'm like, oh shit, Paxton's still available. Oh shit, Tanaka's still available.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Paxton then.
Yep. I got my 3 starters down. I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah, he can wait. I'm gonna go. Shit. I'm gonna go relievers. I'm gonna go Kirby Yates. I know he didn't have a great year last year, but he can be great. So
Big facts, big facts. I'm trying to think if I should take them here or now. I guess, what else is there to lose? I'm gonna go with Didi Gregorius here.
ooh, that's a good value pick.
Yeah, I was waiting because I knew that you weren't gonna take
I
him.
took Simeon. Yeah, I took Simeon. I'm gonna go. Shit, I'm gonna go McCann now, just because I don't want you to like take him as your bench guy. Just take him away from me.
Oh my God, I forgot about McCann.
Yeah, I was gonna take him earlier, but like, there's no other cat. You already got your catcher, so.
Mm-hmm.
But I just took him because I was worried about you taking him just to like make me like get stuck with like fucking Jeff Mathis or someone. So
That would have been such a good move.
you could still get him.
Jeff Mathis?
Yeah.
I could. That's actually a really good.
No, it's
a good
not.
idea.
Take it seriously, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go with Mitch Moreland.
Oh, he was gonna be my bench guy. Damn it. It's in 2 bags. All right. I'm gonna go. Oh my, this class is terrible. Oh my God, this is really bad. I'm gonna go. Maybe one of the most underrated players in the. Is that?
Oh no.
I'm gonna go Robbie Grossman. Dude had a good year last year. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, you took Springer already, right?
I did, yeah.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna go. You might really hate this pick, but I think this is kind of a low-key genius. Ryan Braun.
Yeah, he didn't play great. I think he's gonna retire, to be honest. But
If he does,
you can take him. I didn't plan on taking him, so
I'm gonna take Jurickson Profar. Scratch that.
all right. Well, I don't want him anyways. All right, I'm gonna go Jackie Bradley Jr.
You still had people?
What?
You still had spots open?
Yeah, I have one more outfield on my bench.
Wait.
So I
catcher, something wrong.
Catcher, first base, second base, shortstop, third base, 3 outfield, 1 bench, or a DH, 1 bench, 3 starting pitchers, 2 relievers. Did you forget to put your DH in?
I have a DH. I have catcher first. I have all the infield, 3 outfield, DH. Is there another utility?
Single bench, yeah. 1 bench spot.
And okay, yeah.
And then
what
3
is.
starting pitchers, 2 relievers.
Yep, got those.
All right, so
Never mind. No, I don't.
I just picked.
I wrote down yours.
All right, I just picked. You got one more pick, and then I got the last pick.
All right. Do. Damn it! Why are so many people so old?
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize this class was this bad.
people I want are
Ooh,
super old.
you should take Edwin Encarnacion. He was horrible last year, but
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, Eddie Encarnacion? Oh,
yeah,
I can't take Eddie Encarnacion. He fucking sucks now.
yeah.
Um, maybe, I guess, it's so hard because I want to take Yasiel Puig, but I don't know if he's going to sign.
I don't think he's gonna play. I don't know who wants him, to be honest.
Exactly. Todd Frazier, fuck it.
Oh, I'm gonna take your boy for my bench
Cesar
spot.
Hernandez
Oh,
or
okay,
Jonathan
yeah,
VR.
take him. Yep. All right.
Jonathan VR.
You're taking VR or Hernandez?
VR.
Is that your bench?
Yeah.
Get some speed. All right, I'm gonna get some power off the bench. I'm gonna go. Where is he? Eric Thames.
Oh, I was thinking about him.
Yeah, I know you mentioned him for your Yankees mock. So,
Yeah.
all right, you have one more bench spot, right?
No, I have one more relief pitcher.
Right.
And this
Oh, you got a
class
great
sucks.
option. You got a Osuna, but I don't think he's gonna play next year.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go with Alex Colomé.
Oh, that's a good pick. Yeah, it's
Thank
actually
you.
a really good reliever class. Like you also got Shane Green. If the guys weren't hurt, like Ken Giles, Osuna, Mark Melanson, decent. Justin
Pedro
Wilson.
Baez.
Yeah, Jeremy
Yoam
Jeffress.
Soria. Yusmeiro Petit.
Joaquin Soria, Jeremy Jeffress, Jose Alvarez, Sean Doolittle. Oh, Trevor Rosenthal.
Darren O'Day. Oh, wait, no. Darren O'Day.
Blake Trinan.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, Blake Trinan's a free agent, but you can't go
Whoa.
back.
Yeah, I know. I would rather take Colomé.
All right, let's go through our team. So my catcher, I got James McCann, Carlos Santana at first, Kike Hernandez at second. I don't know why I took him over Listella, but brain fart. Not a bad player, though. Not a bad player, but Marcus Semien at short, Justin Turner at third, George Springer, Robbie Grossman, Jackie Bradley Jr. my outfield. So we got stud defense. I'm gonna go Grossman left, Bradley center, Springer and right. That's insane defense. And then Marcell Ozuna as my DH. Is it Ozuna or Osuna? I think it's Ozuna.
Ozuna, yeah.
Eric Thames, big lefty power off my bench, can play first base. Probably would have made sense to go with like a utility guy, but no injuries in this. Trevor Bauer, starting pitcher, and then Odorizzi and Tanaka, Brad Hand, and Kirby Yates as my relievers.
No, zip code. No.
What was yours?
No. Let me.
Just zip code and then my number.
Sorry. I got Real Muto behind the dish, followed by Moreland at first, LeMahieu at second, Listella in third. I might bench him actually and put VR at third for the defense.
No.
Then I got
not play. He plays good in Baltimore.
Well, Tommy Listella can't field shit.
He can play at first base. Move DJ to third.
Over Mitchie Tubac.
Oh, that's true. You can move swap DJ and Listella.
All right, yeah, I like that. Then you got Didi playing short, and then in the outfield we got Brantley, Peterson, and Jerickson Profar. Got Nelson Cruz as the bench bat,
DH,
and then DH, my bad, and then VR.
Right, and then pitching.
Pitching, I got Charlie Morton, Taijuan Walker, James Paxton, and then Liam Hendricks and Alex Colomé.
All right. So now we're going to go to the highly anticipated voicemail segment, and we got a great call. We got Jacob Carpenter, aka the Manny Machado kid. Let me know if you can hear this, but here we go.
Hey, this is Jacob Carpenter from New York.
Oh, I hate you.
And I just gotta say, I don't want Lindor because we played them in the playoffs, and you hated him then. So why are you gonna like him now? And I think Gleyber Torres can be perfectly fine. And shortstop, I know he makes like 100 errors, but that doesn't really matter.
Well, then it's probably not
and you guys
perfectly
need to be
fine.
a bit nicer, and I don't appreciate you coming at me and threatening to take my lunch money. Ben, you know nothing about baseball.
Ben, you know
and
nothing about baseball,
You're
man.
ashamed to the Yankee fan base. Anyways, I really like the show, but I hate you guys too.
Thanks for calling in, Jacob. If you guys could tell, if you're not stupid, it's not the real Jacob Carpenter. It's me.
Whoa,
But
really?
we should make this a weekly thing. Jacob Carpenter calls in, but
Carpenter calls.
So I don't think having Lindor, because you've hated him in the past when he you're not even in the same division, so that doesn't make sense. Like for me, the logic of you're not allowed to sign your division rivals because you used to hate them, that's actually a good thing because you're making an opponent weaker.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I don't get that logic. Ben, don't steal his lunch money like you said you would last time.
I already have.
Oh man. But keep up the great work, Jacob. Please call in again next time. All right, we're gonna go to Howard.
Jacob.
We're gonna go to Howard from Rochester.
You're a coward. You know nothing about baseball.
We're gonna go to Howard from Rochester, who happens to be my dad. So shout out to my dad. I told him about the show, about the call-in. So he has some talk about cheating and stuff like that. So let's take a listen.
Hi, my name is Howard. I'm calling from Rochester, and my question is about cheaters and deciding at what point in professional baseball are cheaters going to be punished for cheating. I think there's too many baseball players Barry Bonds is a good example, who seem to be
the best example.
The question of being accepted into Hall of Fame, he took steroids, cheated. Take the Astros. What were they doing back in the baseball playoffs? They should have been censored for cheating. That's my comment. Thank you.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate the question. Yeah. Yeah, you hit it right on the nail on the head. Now, I may not agree with the Barry Bonds thing, but I totally understand it. He's on the ballot, but I don't think he's going to make it. He might make it on like the Veterans Committee or whatever. He has a chance. He was growing in votes last year, but
Schilling's probably going to make it this year.
Yeah, so
which is crazy to think. I mean, if you're going to vote Schilling in, then you better vote Bonds in. Yeah, Bonds was just a better Schilling.
Yeah, it's just a lot of these players I just feel like who are in the Hall of Fame were miles worse than Barry Bonds. And Barry Bonds clean. So you punish the guy by suspending him for the year, something like that, not just banishing him from the game. Kind of like the Pete Rose situation.
Pete Rose is totally different.
That's different. Yeah, that's it because he was a manager.
No.
Yeah, my bad. Completely different. But Astros, I totally agree. They should have been eliminated from playoff contention. There were rumors that people were thinking they should be eliminated from free agency.
I never heard. That's genius.
That wouldn't have done nothing because who did they sign? Fucking Joe Smith, Martin Maldonado. But
I mean, if you do it for 2-3 years, that can make quite the impact.
That's true, but I think they were saying for that 1 year. But like if they wanted to re-sign Cole, they would have been screwed. But
well, I mean, look how that turned out.
Oh yeah, but I think they should have been eliminated from playoff contention. I've said this in the past. So should the Marlins. So should the Cardinals. They threaten basically because the guys are being idiots. They almost caused the season to end. So I agree. They had no business being in the playoffs. And then of course you had guys like Carlos Correa talk about how they made the playoffs and stuff because they had a below 500 record. It's because Rob Manfred and his stupid expanded playoff form. It's just I think Astros cheating is much worse than steroids, in my opinion. Like steroids make you a better athlete, not a better baseball player. Baseball skill, at least. Like knowing what pitch is coming is like the biggest advantage. Like Mike Trout said it best. He said if I knew what was coming, it would be pretty fun up there. But what do you have to say about that?
I think if you can prove that somebody took steroids over an extended period of time, like you don't want to. Most people are against Robbie Cano going to the Hall. Going to the Hall of Fame.
He has no shot now. Like
exactly.
I didn't think he had really a shot the first time, but now no shot. Yeah,
no shot whatsoever. Just hated overall.
Yeah. Like A-Rod, like great player, just isn't gonna make it. Man, what's with Yankees having a bunch of cheaters? Clemens and A-Rod and Cano.
I don't even understand why A-Rod felt the need to take
I didn't get it.
him.
I don't see the need why the Astros had to cheat. They had a good team.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, they didn't have as much depth, which is, I think, where that drew from.
Yeah, what was their team back then? It was Yuli Gurriel before he was anything amazing. You had Brian McCann behind the plate.
Yuli Gurriel was never anything short of amazing. I mean, he debuted around age 33,
I mean, not
34.
amazing. Before he had his best year in 2019, but he wasn't great in 2017. But then you had second place MVP Altuve. Yes, I believe second place MVP.
Thank you.
Coming from a Mets fan. Like Aaron Judge deserved the MVP. Correa, Bregman. Who else? You had Reddick when he used to be good. Like one good year. Springer, and then
man McCann.
Marwin Gonzalez, right? Yeah. So yeah, like they had a good team, not amazing, but that rotation though was you had Keuchel, Morton, and Verlander, obviously. Am I missing someone?
Wait, Verlander was 2018.
No, it was 2017 at the deadline.
And then Cole was 2018.
Yeah, Cole was 2018 off season, and then Verlander was 17 deadline.
Yeah. I think we are missing someone. McCullers?
McCullers, I don't really consider him like a great pitcher.
He was great in that 1 year he played.
That's true.
I guess that's about it. I mean, Keuchel was Cy Young back then, caliber.
Yeah, what year did he win it? 15, right?
15.
Yeah, with
Arrieta.
Yep. That's kind of all I have to say about that.
Well, can I say some things about the Hall of Fame?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
So here are my predictions for the people who have a good shot at making it in, the first-timers on the ballot this year. Mark Buehrle is basically a lock in my mind.
I really think he should make it. I like Mark Buehrle a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. I think he's going to go.
Or something like that, right?
Perfect game.
Perfect game with that crazy catch.
Oof.
Maybe he might be the best White Sox of all time. It's either him or the big hurt Frank Thomas. So
yeah, definitely. Oh, I could definitely make the case for that. Either of them.
Yeah. I see Buehrle making it. He's one of the. I'm not familiar, to be honest, with a lot of the players, but Buehrle's someone I'm definitely familiar with, and I really want to see him make it.
Yeah, I think he's going in third, maybe fourth ballot.
Yeah.
Torrey Hunter, same case as Buehrle.
Are there any first ballot guys? Are there any first ballot guys this year?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I do not think so. Torrey Hunter's got the best shot in my mind because I'm pretty sure he won 10 Gold Gloves, maybe 11.
What was also again?
Center fielder.
Right.
Quite possibly the greatest defensive center fielder of all time.
Now better than Keon Broxton?
All right, maybe not the best.
Better than Brandon Nimmo?
Ooh, okay, maybe third best.
Well, before you continue, I got to say one thing about Brandon Nimmo. I love Brandon Nimmo, but my God, Mets fans overrate him.
Yep.
I could go without. I like Nimmo, but I could if they trade him, I wouldn't be if they people are freaking out. Oh, how could you trade Nimmo for Starling Marte? I'm like, well,
he's just off-brand Conforto.
It kind of makes he's way worse than Conforto. It's because he walks a lot. He walks a lot and he hustles a lot. Starling Marte is a better player and he plays good center field. That's what we needed. Or this is what pisses me off about a lot of Mets fans. They want the big name, but then refuse to get rid of the other guy. I want Lindor. I'm like, okay, well, who are you getting rid of then? The Mets don't really have that many offensive holes. Real Muto, you're not replacing. What are you replacing Nito? That's not
that's a big hole.
Yeah. So, but if you love Jimenez so much or you love J.D. Davis so much, one of those guys has to go. Anyways, I had to rant that. Get back to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. My last pick for the first-timer class of 2021 is Barry Zito, one of the great lefties, one of the most satisfying hooks of all time, and same time period as everybody on this ballot. The people who I think could get in, but I'm not really sure, include Tim Hudson, who had a great ERA and was a 20-game winner in his sophomore season. Accumulated almost 58 wins above replacement. he just didn't. His Ks per nine, he didn't really strike out too many. Struck out 2,000 something, 2,080. However, he did pitch in 3,000 innings almost, so it's just not a great rate. And Aramis Ramirez, he had insane stats. The only problem with him is I think this might turn into a David Kingman story in which he hit 380 something home runs, but he only accumulated 32.4 WAR. So, yeah, I'm not really too sure about him. The definite no's include LaTroy Hopkins. I don't even know how this man made the ballot. Get him off. He's not going to get a vote. Nick Swisher. I don't know how this man made the ballot.
I don't
Get him the fuck off.
Maybe I sort of understand making the ballot, but he's got no shot.
No shot whatsoever. Dan Herron didn't strike out enough guys. I mean, he was decent. And then Shane Victorino, who kind of shocked me. He didn't reach 300 stolen bases. He had 3-4 gold gloves, but that's about it. So all these guys had great careers, but
not Hall of Famers.
Not Hall of Famers.
Especially MLB at the Hall of Fame is like a lot harder to get into. Like there's great players that don't make the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say in like football, it's like especially based on position. Like if you're a very good quarterback or you like win 2 Super Bowls, you're pretty much automatically in. Like I don't know if you'd consider like Eli Manning an all-time great, but he's definitely a Hall of Famer. Like MLB Hall of Famers, I like how exclusive it is, but also like there's some guys I think that should make it.
David Cone.
David Wright, yeah.
No, I said Cone.
Oh, well, yeah, David Wright too. Well, I understand why he's not going to make it. I'd love to see him make it. Like I would.
It's just so sad.
It sucks, man. How injured he got.
Yeah.
You got any other Hall of Fame goodness to talk about?
Curt Schilling's gonna make the Hall probably this year. I do not agree with it, especially if you're not gonna vote in the other juicers. So
yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
That's one of the other things about the BBWAA.
Favoritism.
Why? Yeah. Why Schilling?
Yeah.
You fucking salty ass fans.
Is Sosa still on the ballot?
He is, but he is nowhere near getting in.
Right. Wait, how many votes do you have to get in? 75, right?
75%.
Right. Yeah, 75. That's what I meant. 75% votes. And the only unanimous was Rivera, right?
Unanimo.
Yeah, well, so many Yankee fans were crying that Derek Jeter didn't get unanimously. I'm like, dude, the dude's a first ballot Hall of Famer, man. I'd be happy about that.
Same. He missed out by 1 vote. So what the fuck?
Oh, right. That guy probably got guilty. That dude probably got death threats, man.
Yeah. But I mean, he did have negative 165 defensive runs saved.
Oh, but and people get mad at me. People get mad at me when I say he's not the best shortstop of all time.
Who says that? Please don't tell me anyone's ever said that.
A lot of Yankee fans.
Oh my god.
Your third baseman was better. Your third baseman was a better shortstop, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A-Rod. I think probably Ripken. I think he's probably the best shortstop of all time. Like Derek Jeter
I've never really put him up there, to be honest.
Yeah.
I gotta look at some of the career stats.
Yeah, like A-Rod's definitely up there. So it's just like, just because you make flashy plays doesn't mean you're an amazing defender. Like I get told he's a phenomenal defender. Like Ramon Laureano is the master of the web gem, but also misses out on routine plays.
Yeah, that was kind of like 2019 Gio Urshela.
Oh really?
2020 Gio Urshela, however, did not make any careless errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you got anything?
So errors matter.
Yeah.
But,
like Jacob Carpenter
said.
Jacob Carpenter said, Gleyber Torres can make 100 errors. It doesn't really matter. Well, errors are a stupid stat though because it's decided by the scorer. It's not like a concrete fact. It's an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I think that we're gonna stop it here. That's all we got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're gonna run. By the way, we got cool intro, outro music. Pretty cool. We're like a true radio. Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, Instagram, all that stuff. We will see you next time.